Shalom. Pastor coming back at you with the truth. Once again, giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Hashem, Kodash. And this is another GMS in transit. I'm gonna say whatever comes to mind. Thinking out loud. Hey, I want to say this to the camps out there, GMS camps out there, of course, that you're going to have to come out at a certain time and leave at a certain time. Well, in New York, there's a curfew in place up until 8 o'clock p.m. until I believe 5 in the morning, 5 a.m. So we'll be leaving. We'll be getting out earlier. If we get out late, we'll be getting out earlier. And we'll be leaving earlier. We'll be leaving at 6 p.m. sharp. And we'll see how that goes. Because we don't know what's going to happen. But so this is the first week we'll be doing that. We got to do everything to stay out there on the highways and the byways and push this word. And now everybody should be in maximum overdrive as far as doing videos and pushing his word. And you should all have something to speak about with this whole coronavirus, COVID-19 that's gripping the planet, whether real or fake, whether something that just came on the scene, or this is was set up, created in a laboratory. I'll just throw it out like that. Anyway, they're talking about vaccinating people. It's loosely talked about. But once they get a vaccine, they're going to vaccinate everybody, and everybody be okay. The story goes on. Now, what comes to my mind is the chip can be in that vaccine, or it can lead to you getting more vaccines and then eventually getting the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. Which, by the way, all these different camps and these people brothers and sisters that woke up to the fact that the Israelites that followed their leaders blindly. When we here at Great Millstone made videos on the mark of the beast being a microchip, well, it's looking more like that the mark of the beast is actually the microchip. And now you're beginning to understand what the beast is. When the government can tell you, oh, you got to stay in your house. If you come out of your house, we're going to lock you up. And people are going to, for the most part, if there's a full lockdown, you're going to have to do that because you'll get arrested. There's, the Apostle Muhammad put up a video that was sent to him by somebody else in Chicago that you have a lot of military vehicles on freights, flatbed freights that are coming into Chicago. So are they planning on totally locking down Chicago? I mean, if they do lock down Chicago, they're going to lock down New York, they're going to lock down LA, they're going to lock down Texas, they're going to lock down all the major cities. And their plan is to completely lock down the whole U.S. We've been saying this for years. Now it's coming to pass. And Jake is getting nervous now. All you scoffers and you people that have been lollygagging and bullshitting, and all of you that turn your back to the plow, pursuant to Luke 9 verse 62. Now you're trying to get on the mode. You're doing a lot of praying, man. we believe that this is, like I said in a previous video, this thing might boil over and everything might go back to normal. But then the masses of the people will be ready for the next one. They'll expect the next big emergency. But I don't, well, it remains to be seen. I think this is it. I think this is it. I think they're gonna, this is gonna lead, and I could be wrong. I mean, I know that they're gonna eventually microchip the majority of the people on the planet Earth, but whether this scenario is gonna lead to that, it remains to be seen. But we here at Great Millstone been telling you for years. You know, you got other camps. Oh yeah, we believe that the mark of the beast is a chip too. We teach it, yeah, but you don't teach it like the way that Great Millstone teach it. We're known for going into the mark of the beast. We're known for putting up videos dealing with the microchip technology and how it relates to the beast. And the beast is basically the military. It's NATO, the EU. The EU is the economic branch of this beast, which is breaking down. And the NATO is the actual military branch of this beast, which the United States is a member of NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So if there's a war and they have certain troops to fight and they need more troops, they're going to get the National Guard, because the National Guard is connected to the military, the U.S. military forces, the Navy, the Air Force, the National Guard, the Marines. Oh, you got the Space Force. So this is it. Now you understand that what the beast is. And what is its teeth? The teeth is its regulation. The fact that you got to do this and you can't do this. And by the way, in order for you to lock down anything in this country, you have to suspend the Constitution, because that's going against the Constitution. So you can forget about the Constitution. Like Bush said, David Bush, he said the Constitution ain't nothing but a goddamn piece of paper. And it is a goddamn piece of paper. Anyway, you know, going into the scriptures, as the elder Malcolm said, he said in a video he did, he said 2nd Ezra the 15th and 2nd Ezra the 16th chapters how do you say it, hopping off the page, or hopping out of the book, meaning we're definitely coming to the beginnings of 2nd Ezra's the 15th chapter, and 2nd Ezra's the 16th chapter. Yeah, it's happening. We're in this time, unless Esau, you know, pulls it back, or unless somebody finds a cure. You know, get ready for the mark of the beast, which will be coming inside of months. It could be this year. It could be the beginning of next year, but we're close. And then that's when the Lord comes back. All these prophecies have to pop off before the Lord comes back. And the Most High is going to show himself. The Lord is going to show himself. That's in Matthew the 24th chapter. It said that himself and the angels shall cover from one end of heaven to the other, and shall gather from the four winds of the earth the elect which are scattered through the four winds of the earth. So we're looking to be delivered because we believe that we're the elect. It tells you in Daniel's getting ready to come to pass. Daniel, the 7th chapter, is getting ready to come to pass in a big way. And I beheld the Ancient of Days that sit, whose garment was white as snow, with the hair of his head as the pure wool, proving he's a so-called black man. And he sat on the throne with wheels on fire. And it says, tens of thousands ministered unto him, and thousands did his bidding. The judgment was set and the books were open. So we're in the time of the books being open, being manifested. If you go to Daniel, the 2nd chapter, about the feet of it, well, that's what time we're in. If you don't know what time we're in the time of the feet. And the feet is beginning to break up. It started with the Brexit. You don't hear about that term Brexit anymore because the British exited the EU, which represent the feet. The feet represent NATO and the EU, which America is a part of that. So the EU's breaking up. And it's talk about resetting, a global reset. And they're going to reset the currency. They're going to come out with a new currency. But it remains to be seen. You should be watching the news. You should be listening to alternative media. Because these Edomites know what's up. Revelation 13 speaks about the beast being the beast having a deadly wound on one of its heads, and behold, that deadly wound was healed. That deadly wound was talking about when the Roman Empire died, but the Roman Empire was reborn, and that was a process of, or the beast being reborn. That was a process of a slow 500 years from Christopher Columbus sailing the ocean blue, coming to the Americas, referring to this place as a new world, in which they encountered the Israelites, and how they took over the world. They took over the dark nations, and at the last end of this thing, you had the bringing forth together of the EU, which was known as the ECC, the Europe, EEC, European Economic Community, which later became the EU, the European Union. That's the feet of it. And that was put together 57, 58. And you had NATO that came into play. And this was after World War II. You had a coalition of nations come together in case the Russians attack. That if the Russians attack any of these member nations, that all these member nations will come together and take the side of that nation, which is called NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is nothing but an alliance. That's the beast part of the beast. That's the teeth part of the beast. You know, they've been talking about a one world government. Well, they're putting together this one world government. You know, we're coming to the time of Revelation 6 of the pale horse. And that's when all hell breaks loose, famine, death, destruction, and then ultimately the missiles. See, right now, the main scriptures that you got to go through and understand and go over and over and over again, it should be pictured in your mind, are these prophetic scriptures. Habakkuk, Revelation, the Apocrypha, mainly Second Ezra. We're in that time, man. We're not in the time of, oh, David used to play a harp, a stringed instrument. No, we're in the time of the fulfillment of some of David's prophecies, because David was not only a king, he was a prophet, because he prophesied in them Psalms. And we're definitely in the fulfillment of Ezekiel 37, which I keep bringing up. And this is something that Esau can't stop. He can't stop the fact that we out here on the highways and the byways and on the internet pushing his word. And you have a lot of celebrities that are coming up. We had a celebrity come to the camp last week. We have a lot of celebrities, and all these celebrities, Denzel, Floyd Mayweather, singers, dancers, entertainers, sports figures, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, although he's not for us because he's in that world. The Most High gonna chip his ass. The Most High gonna chip him and dip him. That's a new thing. You're gonna get if you ain't right with the Most High and you're part of the 1/3, the two thirds, excuse me, you're gonna be chipped and dipped. Real talk. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. If anything comes to my head, I'll put the camera back on. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom and so on to the next one. Shalom.